There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, maybe. How the heck am I supposed to get over there? There we go.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the set system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who'll come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Planting atmosphere.
Well, we found out what happened to Apollo.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. That's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Just don't know what to say. It's just heartbreaking.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Keep holding, keep holding. You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature. and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
This is an interesting choice. I don't think he was altruistic about anything, though.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
And trophy earned, recovered a powerful weapon.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
Alright, well... how do we get out of here? So with the events of Gaia Prime finished, we can now go to the Spire by Meridian to save the world. Or we did get our last power cell for the ancient armory. So if we head over to this bunker here, back in Noralands, way back at the beginning, we can go ahead and pick us up a new piece of armor.
clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. Only 2 more.
So we'll just go ahead and put in our power
Just 1 more.
cells.
There we go. The last one.
That activates the hollow lock.
All powered up. These numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
So we've got 90 degrees, 270, 360. So 90 degrees would be right, 270 would be left, 360 would be up, 450 would be right again. Can't do math on 630 right now, so we'll just turn it until it locks into place.
Did it.
There we go.
Let's
Left.
have a look at that armor inside. Alright, now let's see what we can do with this material.
And that completes the ancient armory. And we receive a Shield Weaver box. And trophy earned, got the Shield Weaver outfit. So that'd be this one right here. There's no modification slots, but it essentially doubles your HP with the damage absorbing force shield. As we can see, I'm nice and sparkly now. And my health bar is blue, indicating the force field.
I'll shake it out later.
So just as an example, whenever you get hit by something, it depletes the force field first. As you can see, I'm not even taking any HP damage yet. So I would be under half health by now under normal circumstances, but with the Shield Weaver, the force field took all the damage, and I'm still at full health. Alright, so if you check your trophies list, it should be, at this point, everything filled out except for 4, I believe. So there should only be 4 trophies left. 3 of them we'll get in the final battle, and the 4th one we'll get right now. I mean, you could be doing it on the way, but it's basically the Grazer dummies that we saw in like one of the very first videos. There are 23 Grazer statues hidden around the world, and the trophy is to knock them all down. And so You may have found some here or there. At this point, we're going to go to all 23 locations and make sure that we get all of them down. So our first one is going to be back at Aloy's house where you first started. So we're going to start here at your house, our house, Rost's house. And just right here to the left is number 1. I've already knocked it down, which is why it just kind of fell over on its own. Just past it, here to the left a little bit, we've got number 2. Three, 4, and 5. Right here by the campfire. On the opposite side of the campfire, we've got 2 more, 6 and 7. Feel free to pay Ross Grave a visit if you want. Aloy will basically recap the entire story up to this point. Our next Grazers are going to be from Mother's Heart.
Murderers brought slaughter to our tribe, but they will not escape.
So right here by the campfire, we've got number 8.
Shooting arrows. Once I get a I'm all thumbs with a spear.
Alright, so from the campfire, we've got this big old house right here. On the right side of it was dummy number 8. If we go to the left side of it, back here in the shadows a little bit, we've got number 9. Next stop is down here at Mother's Watch. So number 10 is right there behind the Mother's Cradle sign. If we go to the right of it, up here next to these rocks behind us, number 11. And then we move on. Our next one is at Mother's Cradle. So once you find the merchant here in Mother's Cradle, if we pan over just to the south, up here against the wall, we will see number 12. And we're over halfway there. So if we go behind Mother's Cradle, up here onto this little intersection, and head kinda southeast along this path here, we'll find another house over here with the dummy outside.
Start.
And that'll be number 13. So with dummy number 13 out of the way, we are gonna fast travel on up here to Mother's Rise. So from the campfire, if we look almost directly behind us, we can see one taunting us from up above. I say taunting because we can't quite get to it. And number 14 hits the dust. From here, we'll head up the path. And we'll find this guy here cooking dinner. And right next to him is number 15. Our next set of dummies are going to be over here at the hunting grounds. which we probably got when we were completing our trials. But just in case you didn't, let's go ahead and see where they are. So from our campfire here behind the house, we can see that we've got number 16 and number 17.
Let's get on with it.
Our next one is going to be at Devil's Thirst. So if you've completed this bandit camp, you can just port right in there, and if you're following along with this guide, you already have by now. Alrighty, so from your arrival in Devil's Thirst bandit camp, we'll just head out here through the south gate, and immediately to your right we've got dummy number 18. So here we are in Mother's Crown for our next
It's heavy.
set of dummies.
It hurts now.
You might have already gotten these because there was a quest giver up at this point. But there's number 19 and 20.
She has been anointed by the goddess.
So from Mother's Crown, we are headed up here to Hunter's Gathering.
Another match, double or nothing.
The last time you said that was the night we were wed.
Alright, so in Hunter's Gathering, our first one is just here north of the campfire, looking over the village. So that'd be number 21. If we go to this rock here with the Banuk markings, and just next to it to the right here is 22. And that earned me the trophy for all 23 Grazer dummies. But we do still have one more to show, and that is in the Two Teeth camp. Which should be right up here. So the Two Teeth Bandit camp. And right on in here, the campfire wasn't there before. So here in the Two Teeth Bandit camp, right up here on this very north corner, we've got our last Grazer dummy, number 23. And that's all of them. So at this point you should get, or at some point during this, you should have gotten the trophy for downed 23 Grazer dummies. And at this point there should only be 3 achievements left.